Hello, and welcome to Weekly Astrology for the week of December 17th, 2012. Just as the Sun is about to depart Sagittarius and enter into Capricorn, and the oncoming winter solstice for a matter of fact, the Moon joins forces with feisty Uranus in a direct square to that same Pluto, in that alignment. As you've heard me mention before, a square is a tension, and that point typically acts like a trigger, or it's like the match that lights the fuse. So what can we expect from this type of alignment? That's the most interesting question. Well, first of all, it may be a triggering event that comes from nowhere, since that is the realm of Uranus. Uranus brings unexpected events to the table. The unknown, the rebellious, the innovative, those are all areas that Uranus rules. What does that look like? What does it look like in your chart? In the chart of the United States, it lands across the houses of ego and the family. So we could interpret that to mean some sort of restructure of some very fundamental, basic domestic issue. Homeland. Rather than run to a fear factor, we could just as easily run to a fun factor. What would it be like if something truly fun happened? I mean, we've been through a lot of stuff. We could have some fun now and then. This is how we should think of astrology. We always have to think of the potential. It's not always about the bad. This is very important. People always go to the bad when it comes to astrology. The winter solstice, which happens on Friday, as the Sun steps into Capricorn and delivers the shortest daylight day of the year. It also sets in place a Venus opposition to Jupiter. With our judgment somewhat impaired as a result, we could easily overspend, overreact, or simply not see things clearly. So naturally, expectations may not be met. Knowing that exists as a potential theme, we can prepare ourselves accordingly. Of course, this is a date that carries a bit of human mythology as the Mayan calendar comes to a close. There's been a lot of talk about that. The most important thing to consider with this date is not an ending, of course, but rather a beginning. A man-made construct, which is the calendar, such as the calendar, does not have magical powers, whereas the collective beliefs and actions of the species leave a far more lasting impact on that date. What we should do is act with good intention and be hopeful for a positive change. This would be the most critical thing. Astrology, as you know, you've heard me mention before, is incredibly accurate, and especially when it comes to the personal chart. When you know your birth time, birth date, and place, you will know what your tasks are. When I speak about the house, it's the area of your life that may be falling apart or getting a great boost of sunshine. This is really important. As a Christmas gift, there could be nothing better. It's a gift for someone's future for the year. Here's your future roadmap for the year. Here's career guidance. Here's relationship guidance. Here's money guidance. All those things are very important. My weekly radio show is called Turning of the Wheels on Contact Talk Radio every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. You can get to it from my website or the Contact Talk Radio website. My website's ChrisFlisher.com or turningofthewheel.com. Call me or write to me for a reading at chris@chrisflisher.com. And we're coming to a most auspicious time of year. Let's use it with good intention and see what happens. Okay? I'll talk to you all next week.